Welcome back to Manners Blockchain School. Last time, in part 1, we covered the big picture, what blockchain actually is, its history, and how it works at the highest level. Today, in part 2, we're going much deeper into the heart of the technology itself. We're going to answer questions like, what does decentralized really mean? How are the pieces of blockchain put together? What's the difference between public and private blockchains? And why does cryptography make everything so secure? If you're a complete beginner, don't worry. I'll explain everything with super simple, everyday examples first. Then I'll add the deeper university-level details so you truly understand it. I'm Manners, and this 25-minute deep dive is designed for students and newcomers who want rock-solid foundational knowledge in crypto. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, pause this video, go watch it first, then come back. The 2 parts together give you everything you need. Hit subscribe and the bell so you never miss the rest of this complete series. Let's jump straight in. What this deep dive part 2 covers. In the next 25 minutes, we will explore 8 key sections. 5. Understanding decentralization in blockchain systems. 6. Key components of blockchain architecture. 7. Blocks, nodes, and chains explained simply. 8. What is a distributed ledger? 9. Types of blockchain, public versus private versus consortium. 10. Blockchain versus traditional databases, key differences. 11. Cryptographic basics for blockchain beginners. 12. Hash functions and their role in blockchain. By the end, you will have a clear, deep understanding of what makes blockchain tick and why it's so different from anything we've used before. Let's start with one of the most important ideas in the entire space. 215.630. Section 5. Understanding decentralization in blockchain systems. Decentralization is the big idea that makes blockchain special. Imagine a school where one principal controls everything: grades, rules, money. If the principal makes a mistake or gets bribed, the whole school suffers. That's centralized. Now imagine every student, teacher, and parent has an equal say. No single person can change the rules alone. Decisions are made together. That's decentralized. In blockchain, decentralization means no single company, bank, or government controls the system. Instead, power is spread across thousands or millions of independent computers, called nodes, all over the world. Why does this matter? Because it removes the single point of failure. If one bank gets hacked, your money can disappear. If one government shuts down a website, your records vanish. In a decentralized blockchain, even if 90% of the computers are attacked or turned off, the network keeps running perfectly. Real-world example, Bitcoin has been running non-stop since January 2009, 17 years straight, with no company in charge. During wars, internet blackouts, and government bans, it kept working because thousands of regular people around the world kept their computers online. For university students, decentralization is measured in degrees. Full decentralization, like Bitcoin, has no owner and no one can be forced to shut it down. Partial decentralization, some newer networks, still has some trusted parties, but is still far better than old systems. The beauty is, you don't have to trust any one person. You trust the math and the network rules that everyone agreed to follow. That is the revolution. 630, Section 6, Key Components of Blockchain Architecture. Think of blockchain like a house. You need walls, a roof, doors, and a strong foundation. Here are the key components that make the house of blockchain work. Nodes. These are the computers, or houses, that hold a full copy of the entire blockchain. Some nodes are lightweight. They only check recent data. Others are full nodes. They store everything. 2. Blocks. The rooms or pages of the ledger. Each block holds a bunch of transactions. 3. Chain. The unbreakable links that connect every block to the one before it. 4. Consensus mechanism. The rulebook everyone follows to agree on what the next block should be. We'll cover mining and proof of work in a future lesson. 5. Cryptography. The locks and keys that keep everything secure. We'll go deep into this later today. 6. Smart contracts. On some blockchains like Ethereum, automatic programs that run by themselves when conditions are met. Simple analogy, imagine a giant shared Google Doc. Nodes are the people who each have their own copy. Blocks are new pages being added. The chain is the automatic numbering that prevents anyone from tearing out or rewriting old pages. University-level view. The architecture is peer-to-peer. Every node talks directly to other nodes. There is no central server. This design makes the system incredibly resilient and censorship-resistant. 10. 1330 section. Section 7. Blocks, nodes, and chains explained. Simply, let's break these 3 words down even simpler. Blocks. Every 10 minutes, on Bitcoin, or every few seconds on faster chains, a new block is created. Inside it are hundreds or thousands of transactions, like Sarah sent $10 to John, or Alice bought a digital painting. Each block also has a timestamp and a special code linking it to the previous block. Nodes. These are the volunteers. Anyone in the world can run a node on their laptop or a cheap computer. Full nodes check every single transaction and block to make sure everything follows the rules. There are currently over 15,000 public Bitcoin nodes spread across 100+ countries. Chains. The magic link. Each new block contains the hash, digital fingerprint, of the block before it. It's like each page of a notebook has a photocopy of the previous page's corner stapled to it. If someone tries to rip out page 47 from 2015 and rewrite it, every single page after that would no longer match, and the whole network rejects it instantly. Animation tip. Show a simple chain of Lego blocks. Try to change the middle one. The whole tower collapses and gets thrown away. That's exactly how it works. 1330-1630. Section 8. What is a distributed ledger? A distributed ledger is just a fancy name for the blockchain's notebook that lives everywhere at once. Traditional ledger, one notebook in one bank. Distributed ledger, the exact same notebook copied perfectly on thousands of computers worldwide, and all copies stay in perfect sync automatically. Key features of a distributed ledger. Distributed, spread out, no single owner. Immutable, once written correctly, it cannot be erased or changed. Transparent, anyone can look at the full history on public blockchains. Synchronized, every honest node has the exact same version within seconds. Real-life example, think of Wikipedia. Anyone can read it, but only certain people can edit it. Now imagine a Wikipedia where every single reader has their own identical copy, and edits are automatically copied to everyone else's copy with unbreakable proof that nothing was faked. That's a distributed ledger. For deeper understanding, distributed ledgers solve the Byzantine general's problem. How can a group of people agree on the truth when some of them might be lying or broken? Blockchain's clever math is the answer. 1630-1930. Section 9. Types of blockchain. Public versus private versus consortium. Not all blockchains are the same. There are 3 main types. 1. Public blockchain, like Bitcoin and Ethereum. 2. Anyone in the world can join, read, write, and validate. 3. Fully decentralized and permissionless. 4. Most secure because thousands of independent people are watching. 5. Example, sending Bitcoin to anyone on Earth. Private blockchain. Only invited people or companies can join. Usually run inside one organization, like a big bank's internal system. Faster and cheaper, but less decentralized. Still useful for companies that want blockchain speed without full public exposure. Consortium or hybrid blockchain, controlled by a small group of trusted organizations, for example, 10 big banks working together. More decentralized than private, but less than public. Used for supply chains where companies need to share data but still control access. Simple way to remember. Public equals everyone can play. Private, only your club. Consortium, a small trusted group, runs the club. Most beginners start with public blockchains because that's where the real innovation and openness live. Section 10. Blockchain versus traditional databases. Key differences. Let's make this crystal clear with a side-by-side comparison. You can look at the table in the conversation history. Traditional databases are great for speed inside one